Well, I don't know. I wouldn't. I guess it's part two. I guess it's almost 7, and I think today I'm leaving the hospital. I arrived here on May 3rd, Tuesday, May 3rd, and I'm on Aries. It was just like a perfect timing for my surgery after 50. Well, I'm 57 years now, so I don't think like let's say it's been 57 years, but but it sure feel like a long time. But everything went very well. And Mercury retrograde, it don't start on think until think tomorrow. Tomorrow. I mean, of course they call it the shadowing, but I mean, I look at the doctor's work, and I'm just fascinated because I'm only the 10th surgery that he done. It's just, I guess, when, I don't know, the power of communication, which is, the greatest power that we got. We're arriving to the hospital. It's beautiful, all these trees. Oh my God. I'm on the ninth floor. Oh, yeah, you have to see the damn chemtrails. I even forgot about them for a second. I'll point out this way. So, yeah, I mean, it's like after months and months of, back and forth, with the paperwork and so much infuriation from the doctor's office because they waited like 2, 3 months to let me know my paperwork was wrong or was missing some shit. I was like, damn. I was like, are you serious? Like, but so they say, you want May 3rd? You want May 3rd? I mean, that's the one thing I've been noticing because there's two peoples here from Uzbekistan. Yeah, it's true. I have read that their bedtime manners or whatever, they're not too polite, which is good, but it's kind of shocking because you see white people and like, they always come at you like sideways with, like it's always like it's a mirror. It's always like, I mean, I've always like, I don't even know what the feeling is, how they have, on one hand, they're the most polite people in the planet, drinking their tea with a pinky up. They like, you name it. You name it. And the other side is like the most, savage, ruthless thugs this planet ever seen, you know? I mean, and we know now why we keep him so quiet. I don't know. They got the SARA mutation, which is like depressive, and it's like, I guess now we'll say mental health mutation. And right there alone, that mutation, just like, it produced all these Jeffrey Dahmers and stuff that, of course, they all get quiet by their own media. The silence, you don't know. I was like, come on, I cannot believe that he was the only one. But of course, if you watch that kind of television or whatever, then you'll find out. I haven't been watching television in more than 12 years. Well, I watch some on Saturday night. I watch a marathon from the Fresh, Fresh Prince of Bel Air, and the other channel they had Martin Lawrence. So I was flipping back and forth. And that was a waste of time because I ended up going to bed like at 2 in the morning. So I don't want to turn it back on. It's a pacifier. So yeah, the secretary just called. I think her name is Claudine. Or, I don't know. Yeah, she got some of my. I told her what's going on. It's just like, and I think she just don't care about, or she just I don't know. Most people they just want somebody trustworthy. They don't want somebody competitive. I mean, they are competitive, but they're like, I mean, of course, in your staff, I guess. But how is it possible that nobody detected that there was documentation missing? I mean, or there was signatures missing for 2 months or 3 months. Anyway, she said, "You want May dirt? You want May dirt? You want me?" I was like, I almost like say, "Who's this?" But I already knew who's this. It's like after I almost had lost hope. you know and I had like a few seconds to decide. To say sure. I say I'll decide now, and then I'll go look at the calendar later. And that's when I thought, it's like, wow, this is great. I mean i mean you want to call it whatever you want to call it, divine intervention, whatever. But I looked it up. No Mercury retrograde. No funky business, monkey business, whatever they call it. And I look at his work. I'm like, damn. you know but of course there's only whites that can do this kind of surgery. I guess there's a lot of policing, a lot of can't believe people go to their universities, especially now that we see so many people who didn't even finish school. They're millionaires, and they have done all kinds of things. And like I say, this dissociation of ideas, it's just like we cannot associate ideas no more. We cannot be like, hey, all these guys, all these whatever they call them, tycoons, whatever, didn't do college, I mean, and stuff, and they got through the system. Apparently, that's to say, whatever happened. Because I'm talking about, I've seen, you know natives in from my country, from Mexico, natives that shit, they live very well. But if you ask them to write or read, might not do as well, you know but they got businesses and stuff, and they've been having businesses. And there's a factor of the coonery and stuff, but that might be that they make a deal to let you through, the system. I don't know. I was like, well, I've actually just remembered now about That guy who used to have Aladdin, still missing. Still missing. That's so. I'm telling you, they come, you encounter them, they say, please, thank you. The most soft spoken voice. And they took this guy from that website, Aladdin, which I got to see a couple of times. And, I'm not going to front, you know, I still got a little hope. I don't know. I guess I'm stupid, but I still got a little hope, that to have something, just a tiny little slice of the market. I remember like a couple of 2 years, 3 years ago, I think he was from India or Pakistan, I don't know. He was supposed to be the competition for Jeff Bezos. They found it in a hotel, chopped up in little pieces. You cannot make this shit up, I mean, like, we all know the real story of the so-called Titanic and how they got rid of all the opposition and, just in a heartbeat. But not we don't all, I guess, but there's still probably some people, if you ask them about the Titanic, they're going to ask you, oh, yeah, there was an iceberg and bullshit. And, the same thing over and over again. They get 2, 3 insurance policies and then they blew some shit up and then they get all the money. During the lockdowns, I have never seen so many fire trucks, because people already know this shouldn't be possible that whites just buy insurance policies and they blow the shit up and then, they start fresh like nothing. I remember in the 90s, they used to have a show about this young cracker called something Lewis, Kent Loose. I never watched the show, to tell you the truth, but I was like, what kind of name was that? I think it was Parker Lewis, Cannot Lose. It's like, what kind of show is that? It's like, and that is, I don't need to watch the show. I think that's just pretty accurate, but what happened if the wrong phenotype get the insurance policy? We all know about, you know, Malcolm X dad, Earl Lewis, Malcolm X father. They kill him, the KKK slice him in two, put him in the train tracks. And, there's no way that, there was no way that could be accidental or anything. There was, of course, even less evidence that he was depressive or anything. And his family got shit. He did everything right, but his skin was too dark. And we stay quiet about all these injustices over and over again. And we say we are humanistic and we are this and we are that. And, I'm a good person. But we become accomplices with our silence. And now, African Americans, especially, African American women are like, sometimes I feel like they are beyond repair, Sometimes I do. It's just the crazy shit they do because, we egging them on. Yeah, yeah, you can wear something even more trashy. You're a goddess. Yeah, like attorney Dennis Sperling, he made a brilliant video about this. Like, how is it possible that we co-sign to this BS of the goddess victim? Either you're a goddess or you're a victim. Either you're a queen or you're a victim. But it's just like, and I was like, because I was for a while drinking the damn Kool-Aid. I mean, I never had any problem with, whatever they call so-called foreigners. Although I'm starting to see some that they assimilate too quick. But especially never with African ladies, never. But the ones that, the magots, I mean, like, oh my God. And then they go about it, yeah, I'm the most pettiest biatch ever, Miss Petty. Yeah, I used to read African American Twitter for like 10 years. That's how much I was drinking the Kool-Aid until I said, like, stop wasting my time. These people, they don't want, you know, they're fighting to be who's the best bed wench, not to, and the hate for their own man. I mean, I only watched one video, and this woman, she started the video with cackling, laughter. And then I learned that they're supposedly saying that, oh, because they're such badass witches, they kill Kevin Samuels. I mean, I didn't realize how stupid you are. I mean, like, you know, it's like literally doing number two outside the toilet. And it's not just one or two. In the program that I go to, they're like, they call him the N-word all the time. What happened that that is, basically what Malcolm X warned about, the house slaves. Well, I don't even know why I'm talking about this. Anyway, I'm gonna go for a walk. So, because if I lay too down, then I won't ever get to have a bowel movement. Oh my God. I'm just so happy to see the sun. I was here since Tuesday, and like I saw it, I think it was like Wednesday or something, for a little bit. Winds, really gusty winds, and rain all day until yesterday. Yesterday the rain stopped, but it was a white sky. So today it is this. They don't miss a bit. Damn chemtrails. I don't want to think about it because my depression gets really bad when I see the sky. Sometimes, I've always seen the sky. It's like, I remember since I was little, there's so many songs about the sun. The sun come out for everybody, the sun this, the sun that, and I realized, somehow I learned, that was transmitted, that no matter what, we always gonna have the sun, the sky. To me, that's always been my lifesaver, with severe depression, anxiety, go out and fix everything so quick, going out in the sun. And now it's just like, are you serious? I'm Aries. I'm from the beginning of April. I mean, like, come on. It's just, this is why I'm thinking of going back home in a couple of years. I think I want to go to Oaxaca, but I got to save up at least $10,000, which is not easy on welfare. But, I'm Mexican. We can do miracles with no money. Right now I have saved up 1,500, so with welfare, $190 every 2 weeks. Just I understand why people cannot do it here, why they gotta have to buy this, buy that, buy, especially with Obama phone. I'm shooting from this Obama phone, which is a Motorola from SafeLink. Mysteriously, they did not renew my data. This shit only happened to me. It's like 2 weeks into the new month and no data. I call them up, I say I cancel. And guess what? They did not even ask me for the phone back. I got the phone. The same phone I had already bought in Costco. I mean, it's not plugged in, but if there's Wi-Fi, whatever. I mean, like here's Wi-Fi, but I'd rather record it and get it out of my system, vent a little, because I haven't had a therapist in more than 2 years now. So I don't know when they're going to start opening up. Somebody told me that they're making so much money because they're working from the house. So they're booking sessions all day, all night. They don't want to go back into physical consultations. I was not interested. I'm still not interested in over the phone, and then I get paranoid that they're gonna be seeing my house or something. I don't know. It's like, I don't want no phone sessions. I mean, I had to do phone sessions for this surgery. I had to talk to two psychiatrists, or I don't even know who they was, to tell the truth. Supposedly they approved it. And it was these bad bitches that they misspell my name. I was like, how is these people working there? They misspell my, and for me to notice misspellings, which I hate this language. I hate colonial languages. I mean, I don't care. But you got like college degrees, and I able to notice misspellings. But they're feminists, they're gay, whatever. They're there. It's so depressing. And they're enabling us. They're enabling us. We're not competitive at all. I see this all the time. People come in from Pakistan, from whatever, and just take the jobs. And then start spewing like, oh, foreigners, illegals and shit. It's like, but they never confront the slave master as to say your expensive, extremely expensive education don't work for me. It worked for them though. It's like indentured servitude. They say bitches they take like 50, 60 years to pay college debt, student loans and shit. Plus the credit cards they got, plus, mortgages and whatever. And they're walking around like $1 billion. But like Dennis Sperling say, they're operating in the red. That shit don't count. If you're operating in the red, you say blue collar men, they're operating in the black. So who's more valuable in that case? Somebody who come with a baggage
of death and destruction.